Eric Kent.
Is that Kent?
Kent.
Thank you. Afternoon, Mr. Kent.
Hello.
This incident occurred on First Avenue South, 34th Street South. Defendant's vehicle is eastbound. It is another taxi cab. It is occurred on September the 9th, 2013, approximately 8:44 p.m. The yellow light had been in effect for 4.0 seconds, speed approximately 30 miles per hour. Then the red phase for 0.2 of a second. This is the defendant's vehicle, the red taxi here in lane number 3. And this is the B shot. Time has been adjusted accordingly. The vehicle is out into the intersection at this point. Light is still red. Here's the tag shot. This was ran through the Department of Motor Vehicles as well. And came back to Fort Wolf Enterprises. And they also completed an affidavit naming Mr. Kent as the driver of the vehicle. So again, and then I'll stop. So you see the light is red. Vehicle is behind the stop bar.
Mr. Kent, do you have any questions of the city?
No.
Okay, what would you like to know?
I was only a cab driver for a very short time, and I was not a cab driver at this point.
Okay, when,
I also, it's the same boss as the other gentleman, and we also parted on bad terms, and I don't know what's going on as far as that.
all right, when were you a cab driver?
Do not even, I don't have the dates right now.
Okay, do you have an estimate of when you were a cab driver?
I think it would have started in,
Before or after the 4th of July?
it would have been, I'm thinking it was during the month of October and ended right before Halloween.
How long did you drive cabs for this company?
Less than a month.
What did you do before?
Before I was working in, I was actually a pizza delivery guy briefly, and I was also working in a garden shop.
Okay, and when do you remember specifically when you began driving cabs?
I do not.
If you can, City, pull up the second photograph. What cab number did you typically drive?
It was 16.
Your Honor, the date of the offense was September the 9th, so almost 30 days prior to.
All right, Mr. Kent, why didn't you complete the affidavit?
I didn't know anything about it, ma'am.
All right. Based upon the evidence presented, I'm going to find by competent and substantial evidence, I'm going to uphold the violation. I'm going to find that you need to pay the statutory penalty of $158 and the administrative cost of $100. How much time do you need to pay?
About 45 years.
Okay, I can give you the maximum, which is 90 days.
Okay, give me the max.
All right, 90 days.
You were telling the magistrate, I guess you call her, that you were not a cab driver at the time,
Right.
and she asked you, well, why didn't you fill out some paperwork saying it's called an affidavit, and you're supposed to specify who was driving?
How would I have known that? That would have been before. Obviously, this one was what, .2?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that one.
And there should be a lenience on that, anything under a second,
They
maybe?
call them eye blink, yeah.
Right,
because-
exactly. Like a point two of a second is what, this?
Yeah,
This?
Yeah, it's very,
Why did she let the other guy off and not me?
I guess she just believed that he wasn't driving the car, and in your case, she didn't think you had enough evidence to prove your own innocence, even though you think it would be the other way around,
Right,
you know, because they certainly couldn't prove that you were driving the car.
right.
And for a taxi cab
So
service, they
apparently,
can't prove anyone's driving
apparently
the
I
car.
have to prove my innocence where shouldn't it be the other way around? So it's a really nightmare situation they got on. I mean, this is as bad as the Snowden leaks and everything else, because you're putting all this on your innocent citizens of
Yeah,
America.
the city can end the program at any time. and
The
that's
city
what
can
we're
end the program, but they're not going to, because they're making, $258 or so in complaints and $158 if they don't.
Yeah, well, that's what we're talking
Exactly. So the city isn't going to stop this, not unless you can convince the city to stop this. And I don't see any way that you're going to convince the city to stop robbing its citizens. And I was like, oh man, I can't believe I just reelected a guy who supports red light cameras and gets kickbacks from it. And that is disgusting.